Nice.
Cool, that's it, we're recording. So we've got Fee and Louisa, who are going to take us through their stories of how they to Ruby and a little bit about themselves. So Fee, with your glamorous hair, do you want to kick off?
You.
Oh, your hair looks lovely.
Well, thanks very much. I've not even left the house today. I've not done anything with it. That's why it's curly. So, good for straighteners.
Ah.
So, what do you want me to do? Do you want me to start?
Yeah, can do.
Okay, and just tell my story, do you think?
Yeah, just take us
my background.
Yeah, that would be great.
Okay, okay, so my name is Fiona and I live just outside Edinburgh, and I've been with It Works since May last year. I recently have just become Ruby. My background, I was just saying that before we kind of started recording. When I was younger, I was with the civil service, and I've worked with British Airways on a business side, and then I've also been the manager of a complementary health clinic. From there, I went to help my hubby, who has got now 2 kind of family businesses that we had. And basically, from there, I was just helping him, you know, accounts and general dog's body, I think, just running around doing whatever had to be done for the business. But I kind of felt at the time that I'd kind of lost a little bit of myself during that kind of process. And I think because if you have been a kind of used to working and stuff like that, even though I've always worked part-time with the kids, I was I needed a challenge, and I needed to get back to it. So it was something that was done for me. It Works, I started as a customer, probably the way most people kind of do. I tried it and I wrapped and I loved it, and then I instantly knew that I had a shed load of people that I could sell it to. So to be quite honest, when I started, I think I was more, what can I say? I was just kind of faffing about with it a bit, I think. I don't think I really saw the serious business side of it. I don't think I had my why. I didn't really need to work because my hubby was doing really well and stuff like that. I loved the product, so I was just kind of mucking around with it, you know. And it wasn't until towards the kind of autumn, towards the end of the year, that my husband fell ill. And I then realised that all our eggs were in one basket, and that maybe wasn't the best way to go. So I then decided that what I needed to do was either go get myself a full-time job, or I needed to give my all into Works, and it won. So what I did was I put myself out there. I decided if I was going to give it a go, that I had to give it 100%. So the first thing that I did is jumped in the car and drove all the way down to Manchester to meet everybody at the One Team One Mission in Manchester, so that I could understand more about it, meet all the girls, see what the vibe was all about, learn more about the products and more about the business side of it from there as well. I did that, and then I think that was a kind of life-changing moment for me then, because that's when I kind of came back, having met Nell and Rachel and all the girls, and realised that if I was going to do this, then that was it. I was going to jump in with 2 feet. And I did, and I signed up for every challenge that Mel put towards me. She told me that if I did what she advised me to do, what she said worked for her, that if I could follow that example, then I would get to where I am today, and it worked. So yeah, I definitely think that I wasn't the quickest one in the pack, but I think once it sunk in and I realised that I really wanted to give it a go, then it can be very quick, and that's why you guys, should be able to reach this Ruby bonus within the couple of months, no problem at all. Because as soon as I changed my mindset to it, then it happened, and it took a little bit of time, but it did happen in the end. So that's kind of my story up to date. I've got lots of good tips and things like that. Is there anything else, kind of, Mel, I've missed that you wanted me to put in at this bit?
No, I think that's perfect. I think, like you say, it's just the mindset thing, wasn't it? The minute that you'd identified why you were doing it and that you were just going to follow the challenges, then that was it, really. It happened.
Yeah. Well, I think that's it. I think the most thing is to just get involved, is to give it your 100%, and take part in everything, because these challenges and these tasks that you set, sometimes we look upon them as a bit like, oh gosh, what we're doing that for, but it works. It really does work, and yeah, I think that's it. I think one of my main things was becoming consistent with it, was to make sure that then, before I decided to really give it a shot, I didn't really listen into the team calls, to be quite honest. I didn't post every day on Facebook. I kind of sat there waiting for someone to come to me instead of just getting out there and doing it. So I think what I really did was I got the lanyard round my neck. I became visible with it. I got myself out there. I spoke to more people, and I realised that time-wise, it's just a matter of doing things more, and the quicker it will happen. So yeah, I got myself out there and did that. As I said, tried to be really consistent with doing the dividing my time properly, so that I was concentrating on working, even if I just had an hour a day, doing 20 minutes for my business, 20 minutes for my team, and following up and making sure they were all right, and then 20 minutes personal development, which I've always felt is really important as well, because you've got to kind of keep that energy going. And that's really it. I decided I'd never done a wrap party. I went to that autumn in September. I had 9 distributors underneath me, and God knows, I don't know, 20, 30 loyals, but none of them were working for me because I wasn't helping them to work, and what I realised, is that it's just simple, it's just all about, sharing it with people and whatever. So, they kept going on about these wrap parties, and I sat there and I thought, I've never even done a wrap party. I've been in the business for 6 months. I've never even done a wrap party. So I organised a massive charity event for the first week in January, when I knew everybody would be going for their, would be going back to their healthy eating and stuff like that. I did a massive event. I had 100 people go. And from then it just went bang, and that was it. So from then the distributors rolled in, and they could sense my energy, I think, and that's why I think I've got such a good team underneath me now. I'm up to 18, 19 distributors, I think, at the moment. So, and some of them are really, exciting, and they're really working it, and they really want that Ruby bonus, and I really want to help them get it. I went executive by the end of January straight away, and just like Mel said, that you know, it'll happen, and when you start to roll, then you start to roll, and that's exactly what happened. I went executive straight away. I kept it going through February, and even towards the last few days when I thought, oh, I don't know whether this is going to happen or not, might be next month before I hit that ruby, but God, it changes within an hour. Within an hour, I was sat there on the Saturday morning, and we went from, you know, nah, I think I'm already forward thinking my goals for the next month, and then things just change, and that's what happens. So the distributors that are underneath me right now that really were responsible for me promoting were customers. Linda was she was my first ever loyal customer back in May last year, and she was watching, and that comes down to the consistency part of it as well. And the posting side of it is that even when you get a bit frustrated and a bit fed up that people aren't watching, you know, or aren't liking your posts or aren't sharing your posts, they are listening. They're there. They're watching. I can guarantee you they're watching. And when their time's right, they'll join in. And basically, most of the distributors I have all started as kind of customers, you know. So I don't go out there looking specifically for I need a DT. You know, what I try to do is I just wrap them. I just get them to try the products, you know, and then give them the option of whether they want to be a loyal or whether they want the opportunity for very little more to try it for themselves, because there's nothing to lose. And I think that's kind of about it, really.
Yeah, I suppose one thing to say though is that even though you didn't really get why, you did get your 4 loyal customers, and you got your product credit, didn't you?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
That was,
So you
I
did,
mean,
so you know.
I didn't have any problem getting loyal customers, yeah. I didn't have any problems being fast start qualified and everything, but I also see how important that is now for everybody who joins my team now. That is like the #1 goal, is let's get in there and let's get those 4 loyals and let's get you feeling great because you're fast start qualified and you've got your product credit there to do and to use as well. So
Yeah,
definitely.
I suppose that where I'm thinking that from is that even though your mindset wasn't on let's go Ruby or let's go do this, you were sharing the product and talking to people about it because you loved it. And so, you know, it's not, even if you're not in completely hyper mode, you can still get those 4 loyals just by the excitement of the product.
Absolutely.
Cool. And your first wrap party had 96 people. Can we just
Yeah.
So when
you're going to do it, that's what I mean. That's what I mean. When I decided I was going to go for it, I was going to do it right. So
yeah.
And we did.
You know, we don't just have a little wrap party. We get 96 people together, do a huge breast cancer awareness campaign, and raise a lot of money for charity as well as wrapping a lot of people. So
absolutely.
It's fab.
Well, because that's what it's all about, you know. It's about giving back as well, and it's that good feeling, and that's what you can do with this business, you know, because you are really changing lives, you know. You're making people feel better, and if you can give back at the same time, then why not, you know. And it was a great day, and that was really probably the start of me just starting to kind of rocket past the executive over to the Ruby, you know. So
yeah. Oh, thanks, Fee. So we've got Louise now. Did you want to tell us a little bit about your journey, Louise?
Yeah, I joined in August last year. I'm a full-time civil servant, so I work 45 hours a week. In my old job, I had a lot of guaranteed overtime, and you kind of get used to that when you're coming in. I had credit card debt, I had an overdraft which I had from uni, which is like 10-year-old. And I just started to feel a bit lost without that extra money, and starting to worry that I couldn't afford things, and we're looking to buy a house this year. So I was very much, looking for that second job. So I actually done a bar shift at first, thinking, oh, I used to do it when I was younger, I can get back in the pub. And I remember I'd done 5 hours and got £25 after all the deductions with being a second job. And I was at 2 o'clock in the morning, and I thought, I can't do this. And I hadn't really seen Shauna posting much, but my boyfriend had, and it's all about that consistency. And he started whinging about all of the bellies that were on Instagram and Facebook. And then that made me sort of pay attention that bit more. And I'd already been speaking to Shauna just about other things. And I just thought, I'm going to ask about it. And obviously when I found out more about the business, I thought, like, what have I got to lose? I hadn't wrapped. I just thought, I'm going to go for it. I've got a good feeling about it. So, yeah, joined in August. I didn't really, like Fiona says, see the business side of it. It was very much, I just wanted a couple of £100 per month. It took us like about a week and a half to get my first customer, so I was quite, just plodding along, seeing what interest I got. And then I remember the 3rd week into the business, my car got stolen, and I live in a really bad area, which is one of the reasons I want to move. And it was just a bit of a setback, and I was kind of like, oh, like, I can't believe this has happened. And it was, on the weekend when you're thinking, I'm going to get all of this work done for my business, and it was quite a big setback. It was really upsetting. But I thought, what, I'm going to use that as my drive. And I'd started to obviously see how well the other girls in the team were doing. So I thought, rather than see it as a negative, I'm going to get myself away from this area. I'm going to, push that bit harder. So by October, I got executive, and I wasn't really, I don't think I believed I could get the Ruby bonus, if that makes sense. I thought, what, it's just me. I've never done anything like this before. I've never been in network marketing. I knew the bonus was there, and I was kind of, oh yeah, I'll try and get it. But I didn't truly believe I could. And I think I had 5 days left when I went executive in the month. And I just said to Rachel and Shauna, I'm going to go Ruby. And I didn't even have my chart filled. I needed another distributor. And it was just that change in mindset. I just thought, I'm just going to go for it. And I worked my arse off for that last 5 days of the month. And looking back, I still don't really know how I done it. But that's what I say to my team now. If you believe you can do it, you can do anything. And I signed up, I think 2 distributors on the last day of the month, because I was really pushing. I didn't just get my one that I needed, I got 2. And I needed about 800 volume on my last day. And my team really pulled together, and I just worked hard for it and got Ruby bonus. So I was really, really pleased. And then sort of since then, things have just been amazing. I went down to London for the One Team One Mission, and that really sort of cemented that I can do it. And I've realised I don't, like, the job I'm in, yeah, it's good pay, but I don't want to be at work all of my life away, like, from my family. I haven't got kids, but I don't want to pay childcare when we do. I want to be at home with them, seeing them grow up. So yeah, I've just kind of been pushing that bit more, and I'm really trying to get the Emerald now. And I went to Florida as well for conference in January. So it's just been fantastic. I've paid off my credit cards. I haven't got an overdraft anymore. And it's just really, it really has changed my life. And I don't think when I started, I realised where I could go with it. But now I just think, if you believe in yourself and you work hard and you follow the advice from your team, you can do anything that you want to do.
Oh, Louise, I love it. I never knew that it was like that much to the wire at the end for you to get the Ruby. That's amazing.
Yeah, it really, really was. I didn't even have a box filled, and I was like, can I do it? And I thought, I'm going to do it, and I did. So
to be fair, though, that's exactly the same as Fee. So on the Sunday morning, like Fee said, on the sort of Saturday, and it was on the Sunday, and I'd gone to Cheltenham, and there was sort of that, not sure if it's going to happen. But you know, Fee was so close, and the team had worked so hard, and everything was coming together. So she was in such a good place about it. But it just goes to, literally, I stress to people all the time that anything can happen right up until the last day of the month.
Yeah, definitely. And I just laugh that, like, Tom actually said to me not long ago, like, what did you used to do before you were a rap girl? And I'm like, don't really know, but now we've got that extra money coming in, and I've got him as well, and he's starting to see the vision that bit more. It's really exciting. And I think a massive difference, and like when I'm at work, I probably shouldn't admit it, I sit just thinking raps all day. But what I love about this is your pay is like determined on the effort that you put in, whereas you can work really hard at work and you don't get any more pay for it. You know, you're still on your average salary that you're getting every month. Whereas if you work really hard for this, the sky's the limit and you can earn, you know, endless amounts.
Yeah, and I think it's like, yeah, I often think to myself, you know, what was life like beforehand? And I just think it's crazy because, you know, some people will be like, oh, you know, because you're on your phone and everything, but I just don't feel like I'm working. And I see people that are posting the same amount as me, but just general sharing of anything, you know, and I think, God, I get paid to do that, you know, and I get paid to go and sit and drink coffee with people, basically. It's, and I get paid to come up to Edinburgh in April and just have a party with the girls. I mean, that's my job. It's like,
I know. I find it so difficult going to work. I'm like, I feel as though I'm so over the 9 to 5 job. Do you know what I mean?
yeah.
And it's just so exciting. And I think, you know, like I say, if you give it a year, see where you're at, and it is. It's the best decision that I ever made. And I can't believe I ever doubted it at the beginning.
Oh, bless. They're great stories. Really great. So I think we just wanted to go through quickly, just for anybody, sorry, 1 second, just for anybody listening in who, you know, doesn't know what the business is about. So, you know, basically we wrap people. I think you've gathered that. And this is the wrap, okay? So the wrap is, it's just a non-woven cloth and you just unfold it. It comes in a sealed pouch. It's got a moisturiser on it. You pop that on for 45 minutes and the moisturiser is absorbed into your skin. And it continues to work over the next 72 hours. And apologies, it keeps saying for me that my internet connection is unstable. So Louise, listen in, because if I cut out again, you can take over. But that's being fixed on the 21st of March. We're changing internet providers, which will be good. So, yeah, so that's the wrap. So it continues to work for the next 72 hours. You can wear it anywhere from under your chin to your ankles. And we also have a facial wrap as well. So it's £25 retail, and you just take it out, pop it on, and leave it on for 45 minutes. And then this is what it does. Okay, so it tightens, tones, and firms in 45 minutes. The results last 2 to 6 months. So you've got long-lasting results that happen fast in 45 minutes. And it tightens, tones, and firms and reduces appearance of cellulite. It also improves skin slackening. And that it's only available through It Works independent distributors. So such an exciting product. You know, you won't see, I've been doing this 3 years now, you just won't see results like this from any other kind of product that you can literally unfold and pop on the skin. And you can only get it through ourselves. So, you know, no competition there. So you can buy the products, as we mentioned, retail. So you can get one wrap for £25, or you can become a loyal customer. Okay, so, you know, we've heard about a lot of people, how they start, you know, with the product by being a customer. And that's because they want to get the product at the same price as distributors do. So they want to get that product at wholesale pricing. Oh, sorry. So they want to get that product at wholesale pricing, and they want to save up to 30%, basically. So you get a box of wraps for £60 rather than £100 for 4 retail. So that's what a loyal customer is, and you buy one product each month for 3 months. So, Rachel, are you unmuted? Is Rachel there?
I am now. My reception not great.
Okay, I'll listen in, and we're ready to jump in if we lose you. Do you want to take us through the steps to success?
Right. Okay. So we've got 3 simple steps. 3 simple steps which we aim to follow each month. Step 1 you'll only actually complete once, but the further steps that I'm going to talk about is what are the ground into our business. If you follow these steps, you can be really, really successful, and this is when you start unlocking the bonuses and lots of commissions and money. Like I say, it's these steps you follow each and every month. But first step is to join the party. The business builder kit comes with 4 wraps, 4 mini defining gels, fab wrap. You get blitz cards, which are cards which we'll talk about after this, which basically promote your business. Whenever you're out and about, you can talk to people about the wraps and the business and give them a blitz card, and it's a result picture of what the wrap does. So what's on the card explains, if you're new to it and you're not really sure how to go about talking about it, the blitz card basically talks you through exactly what you need to say. There's a wrap magazine, product catalogue, which are products in the UK which people can purchase, and an It Works bracelet which you can wear out and about. Sometimes, if you're out shopping, people will ask you what it is. It's got It Works. Has it got It Works Adventure written on now? Are they the newer ones, or just It Works? I'm not too sure. But it's black and green. Our colours are black, green, and bling. If you become a distributor and you join the team, you'll start accumulating lots of black, green, and bling things everywhere you go. It just becomes habit. So these wraps that you get in the business builder kit, it's for £96. You receive 4 wraps, which you can use to sell. Contact people, when you've joined, and ask if anyone wants to wrap with you, and you can use these wraps, sell them on, and get your money back straight away. Or some people choose to actually wrap themselves. Some people are really, really, they can't wait and they want to wrap themselves, and it's really good to use your results to show people your personal results, because that's what really, really intrigues people and shows people that the first thing people will ask is, have you used them, or what do you think of them? And if you've got your personal results to show, then that's really, really great. Some people also do sell the defining gels with a wrap. So instead of just charging £25 per wrap, you could charge £30 with a mini defining gel, or £35 with a mini defining gel. So you're making a little bit of profit on that kit. Or you can choose to just use the mini defining gels as samples if you do a party, or if someone just wants to buy a defining gel on their own to try it before they commit to buying the bigger tube. So yeah, that's joining the party. There's business materials in there that you can use to help you get started. The next step is the step that you'll use. It's gone up.
We lost Rachel.
Am I here?
Yeah, you're here.
All right, it's just because I was going on to step 2, but it's not on the screen. Is it on your screen but not on mine?
No, I've still got step 1.
Have I missed anything from step 1? Because I went over it quite quickly, didn't I?
I think you're all right. Can you
Right.
see step 2 now?
Yeah. So step 2 is how you earn wrap rewards and your commission. So you don't even need to wait for your business builder kit to arrive. There's nothing magic arriving in the post. You can literally get there, tell people about the business, and tell people about the amazing loyal customer program which we have. So the loyal customer program is, that the people get the products for the same cost as what we do, wholesale pricing. And for that, you get wrap rewards. So the step 2 is to find 4 loyal customers, and on this you earn your commission. For every 2 loyal customers you find, you'll receive a wrap reward. And what a wrap reward does is it enables you to buy a box of 4 wraps for £28. So when you sell those wraps on for £25 each, you're making a £72 profit on each box. So as you can imagine, your profit margins are going up and you're making more wrap cash. So for every 2 loyal customers you sign, you get the wrap reward and you also get the commissions. And we try to do this step every single month, finding 4 loyal customers. There can be friends, there can be family, there can be co-workers, there can be mums and dads at your children's school, anyone who's interested in the products. Generally, loyal customers will be the people who maybe want to try a sample wrap, so they'll wrap first once, they'll love the results so much, but they know that, you know, to achieve what their goal is for their to regain body confidence or get rid of mummy tummy or tighten, tone and firm the area they want to, they're the type of people who want to continue to use the wraps over a period of time. So you would recommend the loyal customer program because they'll save money, and there's a lot of loyal customer perks by becoming a loyal customer as well. Step 3, so once you've found your 4 loyal customers, step 3 is go Ruby. So to go Ruby, what you need to do is you need to find 3 people like yourself who are also interested in earning a little bit of extra money. It can be friends, it can be families, it could be neighbours, it could be your partner, anyone that you can think that you've spoken to, or someone you've seen who you know who's posted on Facebook who may have lost their job, someone who's in debt of, like, you know, some people are still paying off Christmas debt. Some people will be saying, oh, I wish I could afford a family holiday this year. That's actually how I signed up one of my distributors last summer. I seen a post on Facebook of her saying, I wish I could take the boys away for a holiday, but I can't afford it. And I messaged her and said, you know, would you be interested in finding out how to earn a little bit of extra money? And you might be able to take the boys away, and she joined the team. So there's always people that you know who may be looking to earn a little bit of extra income. So you find those 3 people, and then you help one of those find 2, and that's your Ruby structure. And then if all of those are following the steps to success, which is step 2, when they're finding the 4 loyal customers, you're on your way to achieving the Ruby and Ruby bonus, because the loyal customer volumes and orders will be a qualified leg for you. But that's basically the basis of the business, and that's what we follow every single month. You may find one month that you might, you know, find 6 loyal customers. Some people are signing 10 loyal customers. Some people might only sign 2 on one month, but we'll try to aim for 4 loyal customers and 3 distributors. But you know, from month to month it can vary, but that's the aim for everyone to get that, and you'll see your commissions and your paycheck rise. And that's the steps to success. Does anyone else want to add anything I might have forgotten or skipped over?
No, that'll all look great, babe. So I suppose it's back to Fee and Louise with regards to obviously top tips as how to achieve those steps to success. Oh, sorry.
Mm-hmm. Okay, will I go first again then?
Can do.
Yeah, go for it.
Well, I just tried to write down some of the things that that I feel have helped me. So I would say, I think it's kind of been covered, some of it as we've went through anyway, but your basis of it is exactly right, is that just follow those 3 simple steps to success. And the only thing that I can add to that is that there's nothing difficult about doing that, as long as you're blitzing people, you're wrapping them, and then you're just repeating it. And all you're doing is you're talking to people, you're getting them to use the wraps, and you're repeating it. It's not rocket science. There's not any hard sell behind it. It's just talking to people. If you are starting your business, I think that a launch night is so important. And I always get the girls in my team to try and do that. It's a great way to really boost you, you know, within your first month there. Get all your friends, all your family, get them all together. They'll want to support you, you know, and it'll give you that basis. It'll get you those 4 loyals, and hopefully it'll maybe even get you some distributors as well, to get you qualified, fast start qualified, and commission qualified as well. One of the other things I think is hugely important is to make clear monthly goals. Is at the start of every month, is to write down what you want, visualize what it is that you want by the end of that month. And you've not got a lot of time to get that Ruby bonus, you know, we've got 2 months to get this, and let's get those goals down on paper, get them up on the fridge, be looking at them every day, you know, go back to them and kind of go through the month doing bit by bit, you know, just keep an eye on what your goals are and what you need to do to kind of achieve that. I think that being visible is a huge part of it, and also being excited. Get that sparkly lanyard on, get that t-shirt on, because I can tell you what, once you've got that It Works t-shirt on, my God, you feel like a rap girl. I love going out with my t-shirts on now, and my bling, and it instantly gets people talking. You know, I have my card round my neck, and I basically talk to everybody that I can, whether it's the women in Tesco's or the women in the petrol station, or you know, I meet a friend in Asda and they ask me what I'm doing. That's always there, it's always visible, and it's always something, you know, that you can bring up whilst you're kind of meeting people. Another thing that I find as well is to use the products. I find until I really started seriously into it, you know, I'd use the wraps and everything, but I just didn't realise how amazing all the other products were, you know, and what they can do for people. So like I love it now, you know, just you know, if you can buy one a month, or you know, with your product credit, your £88 product credit, buy a couple of new products, try them. It's the first thing that people ask you, you know, is, have you tried it? How do you find it? You know, so I think like your product knowledge is just really important, you know, because you want to know how it feels, so that you're able to sell it easier, you know, and much better, you know. Get involved is massive to me. If you're going to do it, then just do it right. Get on the Facebook pages, get in those groups, get out your comfort zone, just jump in there with 2 feet and give it a shot. And oh my God, I've done some things over the last 6 months that I never thought I would do. I've sent some messages to people encouraging them, you know, and what a laugh, you know. And what's the worst thing that can happen? They say no, but they don't, you know, they really don't. It's really been a great learning curve, and I think you'll find that there's more success outside your comfort zone, and I've really found that. So I think that if you can you know, get involved, take part in the challenges that Mel and Rachel are giving you them, and trust them that they're doing it for a reason, and that reason is to see us succeed. And it happens, it really does. Time management, again, I think is massive. You know, it doesn't matter whether you have half an hour a day or you have 3 hours a day, you know, just it's what you do with that time. I find it really hard because, you know, like I work from home and I haven't got another job, so sometimes I do find myself watching the Kardashians or whatever, but you know, I try and get myself into a routine so that every day, you know, I'm messaging those 5 people, you know, or you know, I make sure I speak to 5 people a day about it, so I know at the end of that day that I'm still out there spreading the word, you know. Support your team, because once you start to get past, or once you're getting to your executive, you're then going to have people downline to you who need your support, and it's your job to encourage them as well. And what you find is that if you can be positive and you can be encouraging to them, then that's what's going to make you succeed, because if they're happy, then you'll be happy. My last kind of thing probably is to say is to be patient, because sometimes it's not always easy. It's very up and down, this journey. Sometimes you can have a great day, and then the next day you wonder what's happened, or it could just be your mood, but you do get days where you're wondering why you're doing it, or whatever. And then, but like I said earlier, it can change in an hour. It really can change in an hour. You get that text, you get that phone call. It's maybe just been, all those times that I think that I went to Christmas fairs in December, and corporate events, and wedding fairs and stuff like that, where I maybe felt like I didn't get anything out of it. But then they come back. You'll get someone from there who's picked up your leaflet or whatever. So don't ever think that you're handing out each individual card, every post that you put on Facebook. People are watching and people are listening, and as long as you keep doing that and you keep putting that word out, then you will reap the benefits of that, or harvest it, as they said when we at the end of last year worked really hard, and then now I feel that it's starting to come into harvest time, and it's such a busy time now. And my last thing is, don't ever quit. Don't ever quit. As I said, you do have your hard days, and you have your easier days, your successful days, your highs, your lows. But we all have our why, and we're all doing it for a reason. And I see it now starting to change my life and my family's life. And the ball's rolling now, and I'm only going one way, and that's up. And I won't ever quit. Won't ever quit at it. I might have as I said, I might fail every now and then, or an event might not be as successful as I want it to be, but I know what my why is, and I'm doing it for my family, and don't quit. And that's it. I think that's it. I'll shut up now. That's me.
Fiona, I think you've just covered everything. You've left us nothing to say. No, I think the only other thing I've found really helping to build my business now, and it's not something I've done at the beginning, was building relationships with people and making friends. And it's amazing, not only the friends that we've made on the team, but becoming friends again with maybe old school friends who are using the products, or someone you haven't spoken to for years. And it's nice to have those relationships back. And it sounds a bit cheesy, but it's almost as though the It Works has brought them back into your life, or someone that you maybe didn't know that well, and it might be a friend of a friend. Now you're great friends with them all because of the products that brought you together. And I think it's really important in this company not to be spammy. And I know I had someone add me on Facebook the other week, and then literally messages straight away without having a chance to have even looked at my profile, just saying, are you interested in these products? And it does just put you off so much. And I think we don't want to give ourselves a bad name. So now, for me, it is very much, getting to know someone and finding out a bit about them and what their goals are. And, if I can help, I'll always offer it, but I won't go straight in with the wraps or the products. And definitely reinforcing the comfort zone. So if you can do videos, try and do those. I think, I've only done a couple, but the ones I've done, I've had a good response from, and it has started to change my business. And yeah, just don't give up. Just keep going, keep pushing, know what your vision is, know what your goal is, and you will get there. Whether it takes a year, 5 years, we'll get there. So just keep going.
Yeah, definitely. That was a great thing. You did a little post, didn't you, Louise, about the 5 likes, 5 comments, making sure. And I noticed that Did that come from conference or the cruise by any chance? Because I heard someone else talking about the making sure that you do so many comments and likes and little messages, personal messages.
I think Rachel got like the rule of 5 from someone in America.
Yeah, it's a rule of 5. I was going to post it in the Ruby group. I made a video the other day, and then I got interrupted by Eloise, so I didn't get it. I was going to have to do it again, but I literally filled it in. It was Mother's Day, I think it was. I literally filled it in, and I was going to post it in the Ruby Go for Ruby bonus group, with the challenges and the help, just to explain what I've been doing with the rule of 5. But people who have used it have found it really, really helpful, just as kind of like a baseline. So on the days when you're really, really busy, if you just focus on just completing the rule of 5, it can really help you continue to be like consistent. Because I know some days you might like message loads of people and have a lot of contact, and then other days life gets in the way and you don't. But the rule of 5 can be completed in 10, 15 minutes. And if you're consistent with that, it can really, really help. So I'll post that in the Ruby group for everyone to have a look at.
So that's that you do, is that 5 likes, 5 comments and 5 messages?
Oh no, that's that was another thing. That was the rule of 5 is just basically messaging and following up with 5 people of different categories. It's a sheet that I print out that I go through. That's the one that I try and follow every day just to keep on track. But there's also the point thing, which I think was covered in the UK team call as well. It's something which John Eric brought up on the cruise and basically said about the point system. So if you send someone a message, you get 5 points. Like try if you're going for the bonus, try and aim for a certain number of points a day. And some people go for like 100 points or 30 points, or and you get like 1 point for a comment and five points for a personal message and things like that. And you add your points up and you try and score so many points. So it's also being thoughtful. Is that the one you were talking about?
Yes, it is, but it's both of those actually that I liked, because like you say, I think they're both just quite nice little ways of, because we can do the consistency, and I'm probably guilty of this, is you can do the consistency where you're posting on Facebook, and it's probably a difference between like pull and push, isn't it? So when you're posting, you're sort of putting it there for people to see and react to. But when you're liking and commenting on stuff, it's a little bit more of a pull strategy. So you're pulling them towards you, aren't you? And building that relationship. Yeah. So yeah, I think the mix, it's combining those together, isn't it? But like you say, I think it doesn't have to be like a 2-hour job every day, doesn't it? That is something that you can go, right, okay, I'm going to give myself, even if it's just before you go to bed, if you just say, right, okay, 15, 20 minutes of making sure that I've spoken to people or liked or commented on, maybe if there's people you're talking to about the products or the business.
I find like special occasions are really, really good. So like this weekend, I followed up with loads of people, and instead of messaging them and following up saying, oh, you were interested in a wrap a few weeks ago, would you like to order? I literally messaged loads of people saying, oh, I hope you've had a fabulous weekend, like happy Mother's Day. And people were messaging back saying, oh, thanks. And then a few were like, oh, I still need to get those wraps off you. So I didn't even mention the wraps. I just sent them a thoughtful message, and it really worked. And I did the same at Christmas and New Year. When I send people a message wishing them happy Christmas, and also when at New Year, lots of people were writing on their statuses about having a rubbish 2015 and the hope 2016 was going to be better. I personally messaged a lot of people to say, oh look, I've just read your status, I just wanted to say that I'm thinking of you for like the hard time you've been through, but I really hope that 2016 is your year, and you have a lot of better luck or things turn out better. And few people message back saying, oh my god, you've just made me cry, thank you so much for your thoughtful message. And it actually made me feel so nice that I was actually like putting a smile on people's face as well. So it's not just that, I know that obviously we are into a business where we're sharing products, and at the end of the day we're getting sales for it, but it's just really nice to be thoughtful and like send messages like that to people. And it makes you feel really good doing that. and it does really help your business as well.
It is. But you're coming at it from a really genuine place, so you are that sort of person anyway. What a lovely idea.
Yeah, I think that's amazing. And I loved Louise's comment about the videos. That was a biggie that I forgot off my list. But oh my God, how much success have we had from doing videos?
Ridiculous.
Big, huge success. It's a huge jump for people, especially new people, to come out your comfort zone and try it. But it's so much worth it, you know, because people watch them so much more than just looking at your post. And you get, you know, you actually get friends who share it because they can see how hard you're trying, you know. And yeah, definitely, I definitely agree with Louise on that one. I think that the videos is a fantastic thing.
I think to put that into perspective, just to share a little bit more, I actually came on one of these opportunity calls before I joined. And I was not shy, but I didn't even show my face, and I didn't even speak on the webinar because I was that like nervous about it. And then I remember when I'd done my first video, it took us like 1,000 takes. And it's getting easier. It's still not easy, but you kind of look back and see how far you've come, and you think you can see your confidence growing. And I know lots of people have confidence issues, me included, and it's nice that you've kind of got this business to take you through that as well, and you can see yourself growing.
Yeah,
it is, definitely. And videos, oh my word. So, I mean, we've seen such success with that. I mean, I know that my videos, so I've got a girl who I went to school with who is joining me on Thursday. So this girl has been properly watching me for 3 years now. And 100% it's the videos. And she, you know, and I have people now. So you do think to yourself, you think, oh, are people going to be like, oh my God, what is she doing? And I'm sure some people do. I've had such a lot of really positive feedback on my videos recently. So as I say, I've got one of my old school friends who's joining me on Thursday, and she actually said, okay, that last video did it, I'm in. In fact, I've had 2 people say that actually recently that joined me. And I've got another friend who said she really looks forward to seeing my videos, and she loves it that the kids are involved in the background, and she thinks they're brilliant. And then I had another friend who actually shared my video to help somebody in another multi-level marketing business, and she said, I hope you don't mind, Mel, but this girl was going for a promotion and she didn't think she could do it, so I shared your video and said, here's my friend, watch this, she wouldn't give up and neither should you. I was so emotional when my friend told me that she'd shared the video in that context. I was like, oh my God, because we have such a lot of mind talk that people, you know, might think, oh, here she goes again. And yeah, had such a lot of positive feedback just recently. So videos are, if you can overcome that fear, and I know it's really difficult, but people see how genuine you are and they see how excited you are, and you can't fake a video. So when they watch it, they're like, oh my God, she really does mean that, and she really is going for it, and she really does want to help people. And you just speak from your heart, I think, and it comes across so strongly on video.
I think that is kind of leads really nicely into one of the other things as well, is just to plug the One Team, One Mission events that's happening, in particular in Edinburgh, 23rd of April.
Yeah.
I don't know how many of you girls or people out there are going to plan on coming up to Scotland, but I've got to tell you, when I first started, when I went to that Manchester one, do you know, when you hear people's stories, when you hear their successes, when you feel the vibe with all the people, when you see the green and black bling, and you just want to be a part of it, and you leave so completely motivated that, you know, it's massive, you know. So if anybody, you know, is not yet bought a ticket or whatever to come either there or to any of them, really, it's such a fantastic thing. And the one in Edinburgh is just going to be so amazing, because we have all these top leaders, you know, with Mel and Rachel and Karina and Sven and all these different people. We've got people coming from Germany for it, and I think that if you need any reassurance that you're doing the right thing or joining the right company, then you don't want to miss this.
It's going to be so much fun. I just don't think any of us are prepared for how much fun we're going to have in Edinburgh, because it's just the people that are coming. It's just such a great vibe,
Absolutely.
It is, and it's the first ever one in Scotland, so it just feels so special. And I'm so excited.
If we can fit you all in.
We can do that. It is most definitely standing room for.
Yeah.
But yeah, we can do it. It's going to be amazing.
Yep.
Oh, Rachel, did you have anything to add? I don't know if she's still there, actually. I don't know if I can see her. She's there.
Yeah, I am. No, I didn't have anything else to add. I think everything's been really covered by everyone. I just hope it's been helpful for the people who are on here, and it's been informative.
Yeah, definitely. So I just fingers crossed that lots of people hear this and realise that they can do it too, because they can.
Yeah.
Cool. Right, I'll stop the recording.